Hola, Ana. Hola, son. How's the new computer? How's the new laptop? And how are you guys?
Good.
And let me go ahead and share the screen.
Mr. Riley,
Yeah.
Lexi's with me, so she's in this too.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, hola.
Yeah, Randy.
So that way you hear me. Okay. And I made this for the new one, so this is going to be for el 28. So we'll do preguntas and whatnot. Now, I already took and had questions from last week. I already took and did notes, as you can see there. Those would be from the last, okay, somebody's trying to get in. Okay, gracias, Marilyn. Okay. Well, Tyler, I hope there's nothing seriously wrong with you, man. If the signal holds, okay, great. But I'll have the video later because I am recording now. Okay, so let's put you over here. Now, guys, preguntas. Anybody have anything right now that's sticking out in your mind from the work that you're doing? I already put out a video, which was last week's Zoom, to help you with page 339. So the advantage to being here for the Zoom is that it's all in English. If I put out a different video, then I'm going to do it all in Spanish, but I'm going to color code stuff to where if you follow the color coding, you can figure out what it means, and especially if you're following the book. Yeah, everybody, hold on. Let me see. All righty. So guys, any questions? You'll have to type them. I want you to type them if you've got any questions. If not, what I'm going to do is I'll go to the next grammar section and we'll cover stuff on that because that's going to become very pertinent for some of your other stuff. Because it's not just going to be a meeting and then that's going to be it and we're going to dismiss, because this is required. So anybody have any questions on 339 or any of the work you're doing? I don't care if it's, you know, you don't get such and such 3 times. Type it on the chat, please. Okay, when I see a blinking thing, we know. Okay, so Sanson, no. Okay, I'm getting no's from everybody, so I expect you to make hundreds or 90s or something like that. Okay, all the subjunctive, okay, all right, Ana, okay, Daniela, Marilyn, Nicolas, Sanson. Okay, so there's no questions. All right. So there's no questions on subjunctive. So no questions on, I'm going to say no questions on 339. All right. So that means we're going to do, I'm going to do page 344. And that's still that cough. Actually, the cough didn't start until right before I did this. I'd hardly coughed the whole time, the whole day. So, all right, now this is just doing stem changes and other things with verbs. So it's just showing you the command. All right, so subjunctive, subjunctive, all that means is just a command form. Okay, it's command form. That's it. Okay, we've been doing commands. But you've got to know subjunctive because it has something to do with the one we've been doing is how I hope we win the game. Okay, that was from 339. Okay, and that's ojalá que ganemos el partido. All right, so I'll take and put this down right there. So how I hope, again, is this. I'm just going to take and underline it. Okay, so that's ojalá. That's from the Arabic, actually. Spain was occupied by the Moors for, well, from 700 AD to 1492, so for almost 800 years. So there's quite a bit of Moorish influence, Arabic influence, Spanish language. Okay, that we win. Okay, I'm going to make that a, let's say, a blue. Okay, so when I do this in Spanish, if I do this on a separate video, I'm going to color code it just like this. So if you follow the colors, I mean, seriously, guys, you just pay attention, you'll understand the Spanish. And you've still got to hear it, even though we're not having class officially. Class is suspended. That doesn't mean school is over. You're supposed to be available from 8 to 4 or 8 to 3:35 every day. So at least in theory, there's flexibility, but still, school's still going on. So does everybody see how that changes for the subjunctive? Okay, does everybody see how we change the command form? If you understand how I got the we win to ganemos, put subjunctive right here, put subjunctive yes. Type it up, subjunctive yes. Gracias, Anson. Okay, gracias, Daniela. Gracias, Ricardo. Gracias, Nicolás. Okay, that'll be sufficient to confirm that enough people have it. Okay, gracias, Fuego. Now, this is still command form, except you're not attaching pronouns to it. Gracias, Ana. Muy bien. Gracias, Marilyn. Oh, it's Hayek. Okay, he's going to join the party. Okay. He just told me he's bringing pizza and beer. So if you don't find any, Isayek's probably trying to down it and eat it all the same time. Yeah, you just never know about him, right? All right. Okay, hola, Isayek. So what the main thing about subjunctive is, I'm just going to put SUBJ, subjunctive has to deal with influencing someone to do something. And I'm just going to put S like that, something. Okay? That's the whole idea. That's your mother saying, oh, honey, can you wash the dishes for me? Or I wish you'd wash the dishes. That was my mother's favorite thing. And when I knew she said that, she might as well have told me, go wash them right now, because that's what she meant. So that's the whole idea. I wish that you, it's a subject change, would wash the dishes. It's slightly different in gracias, Isaac. That's the whole idea behind subjunctive, influencing a different person to do the work, whether they want to or not. Let me take off the glasses because it's going to be kind of hard. Well, no, I'll have to see at the distance. Okay, so normally, oh, Molly. Okay, now we got Molly. Hola, Molly. All right, just as a quick review, remember your commands or the subjunctive is when you have the full thing, but I'm going to put for commands. Remember, you've got to take the opposite letter. You've got to take opposite letter, attach to stem. Okay, that's for regular verb. All right, so that means if you do hablar, what's the opposite letter for hablar? Okay, what's the opposite letter for hablar on the command? I know Sanson's got it. He was trying to beat Fuego at it last week. Type what you think the opposite letter is for the command. Okay, you're almost there, Daniela. Gracias, Marilyn. There we go, Ricardo. Gracias. So it's an E, because remember that you look at the infinitive ending. I've always told you from the start. You see how useful that was? Last two letters. You look at the last two letters. Okay, you're looking at everything. Hable, si son. That's it. So same thing. So the stem is hable. Okay, that's what you're left with because you take off the AR. Now, as Sanson said, hable. So that one we're going to make red because we want that to stand out. Okay. I know some of you already got it, but still, you've got to know. Now, that leads us into what this is. You've got more subjunctive verbs with ojalá. So you have dar, and I'm just going to have to list them like this real quickly. Dar, estar, ir, saber, ser. Okay, these are all irregulars. They're irregulars, which means you're going to have to remember there's something different about them. Okay, there's something different. You're going to have to memorize the pattern. Okay, so your general thing of take it to first person, do the opposite letter, doesn't quite work with this. So just memorize. Okay, after you use them a couple times, they'll stick. Alrighty. So with dar, now the opposite letter is still going to work. The opposite letter is still going to work. What's that? What's the opposite letter for dar? Yes, it is, Daniela. E. There you go. All right, if I can type here. Geez, you wouldn't think I wouldn't do 40 and 50 and 100 games on NitroType for nothing, huh? All of a sudden, my typing skills are going to garbage, huh? All right, now, dar is really screwy, though. So this is why I told you you cannot you cannot leave off accents or certain things. It's de, but well, I get the right ASCII code. Man, come on, man. There we go. Notice the difference. Okay, that's the form. That's the usted form for dar is de. That's it. So you have to keep, and I'm checking out, you do have to have the accent. So you do have to maintain that. So, you know, it's not something different. If you just have DE with no accent, what's the word? Do you remember? If you just have DE, no accent, what does it mean? Type it if you remember. Nobody remembers what de means in Spanish without the accent? Like, you remember the city del Rio? Yes, of. So if you drop that accent, you're saying of. Okay, I might know that you're trying to say the command, but will anybody else? Nope. Not anybody else. It's not a, yes, of or from, yes. So you must keep the accent because de by itself is of or from, like del Rio means of the river or from the river. That's what it means literally, because it's right there on the Rio Grande. So that's dar. Okay, so you've got all the different forms. You've got to have de. All right, now I think you dropped the accent on the des. Yes, you do. Des, then de. Okay, I'm just going to put all 6 right there. Then demos, des, den. Okay, so that's why dar is irregular. The formation of the command holds up. and looking at the last two letters holds up, but anything else is different. That's why it's called irregular. Let me look at some of the other ones. Okay. I'm not going to go over the other ones that are listed there because I don't want to go over. I want to try to keep it as close to 30 minutes as possible. And then if someone has questions, we can go longer. That way people can leave when they need to leave. And I'm not made out to be a liar. Says, well, we're only going to 3. All right, so here we go. I'm going to look at the stem changers. Okay, remember the stem changer changes. All right, stem changers. So there's stem changers. All right, that's going to mean like your O to UE. That could be your E to IE. It could be your it could be anything like that. Something that modifies the main part of the stem, like this HABL. That's the stem. Okay, so that's what happens, and you've got to watch out for the letter change. Because if you don't make that change, that's where some people still made the big one, and I'm going to put this one up there. All right, servir. Lots of people still miss this. It was surprising. Servir is, let me see. It's an E to I. It's an E to I. So when you get the stem, how should we spell the stem? Somebody type it out. What should the stem be when you make that change? Okay, I'm going to highlight this for you. Actually, let me use what I've already got. Yes, okay. Fuego and Sanson, muy bien. I'm trying to think. I heard no cap last night too, and I'm trying to remember where I heard it. And I'm like, dang, where's Sanson when you need him? There you go, Nicolas. Yes. All right, that's the full command. So it's got to change to the I, and I'm going to kind of make a shortcut there. I get off the format painter. So that means it's sirve. That's a stem now. You made the change. So now the command is sirva. Yes. You must make that stem change. It's kind of like saying you've got to do parentheses first in algebra. You don't do parentheses first, you messed up your entire answer. Sanson, you and Fuego ought to play soccer together or something like that. Well, okay. You'd outrun poor Fuego, so okay. But I don't know. Fuego's pretty determined. He normally finds a way to get things done, so I don't know. All right, so there you go. So there are your changes. That's a good one, Fuego. You're a quick thinker. I like that. Okay, I like that. Sanson's not impressed. Okay, that's what I like about you guys is that, you know, I think some of you are really starting to try to really get in the rhythm of this. All right, so if you understand the stem change, I want you to type stem change yes. Okay, there we go. Sanson, Daniela, Marilyn. All right. Rest of you can type it in there. Okay, gracias, Nicolas. Fuego. All right, Molly. Okay, gracias, Molly. Well, and Daniela, yeah, unfortunately, I can't send you any virtual lavender. I've got tons here, and I've got other stuff. Gracias, Ricardo. I thank you for always getting all the work done, Molly. You also took and killed it this last week. I mean, you got everything in. You did really well. So I mean, great stuff. most of you that are here pretty much did get every assignment in. So I've got a lot to compliment you on that. So I appreciate it, because some people are trying to think they're going to get credit for just one assignment. No, um, no, that's going to be whatever that grade is divided by 4 if you want the numerical average. So yeah, they have to do everything to get a real average. Okay, so good job, guys. Now, let me look at some of these others. I covered pedir last week. All right, so let me see. I'm trying to think of another one that, okay, here's a different one. Because let me do something different from the book, because you can have the book. All right, morir. Okay, that's a different one, all right. So that is o, a, u, e. All right, now, there's only one letter that can change there in terms of, you see the letter. So what's the new stem? What's the new stem for that one? Everybody type it in there. What do you think? Okay. Oh, you're all telling me to die? Yeah, okay. All right. Now I know how you really feel about me. Okay. All right. All right. So gracias, Sansón, Marilyn, Nicolás, Ana, Daniela. I didn't. I was just trying to actually think of a real one. Good wit, Ricardo. I'm missing that in class. I always knew when I saw you. Oh, brother. Daniela. Okay, I was expecting that from Rosalinda, but she's not here, so that's fine. All right. So the new stem is muer. So you'll do it. Okay. All right. Virtual high five, Ricardo and Daniela. I like those replies. All right. So it's muer. And so then, yes, the new command is muera. And that literally means die. That's usted command for die. So let me go ahead and format painter these bad boys. There's the, whoops, not that much. Not that much, Gobble. Okay, there you are. See how easy this is, guys? Okay, not a problem. And just for completeness' sake, so nobody says, well, Senora Riley is skipping a step. All right, so the opposite letter is obviously A. Let's see if I can give that more space. Yes, I can. So there you go. And I'll go back up here and make the opposite letter A. So that way we see it. Get that even. That way it lines up. So when you see the notes, alrighty. So now there's one little thing you have to remember. There's one little thing you have to remember. The book tells you the nosotros and the vosotros forms modify how it changes. So with, for example, dormir and morir, what you would have is this. You would have muera, mueras, muera. Notice the yo and el usted forms are exactly the same. This is where you get the change. Moramos, okay, morais, okay, mueran. Okay, so you've got to remember the nosotros and vosotros forms change. So I'll see if this will give me enough space to do this a blue. Well, let me do one of them, but the question is, will it let me do the other? Without throwing all the, yeah. Those two are going to change, because notice, you keep the change, but not the full change. Not the full change. Okay. Now, so you look for that when you get to the notes. Okay. So to make sure I'm keep my reputation as Captain Obvious. Okay. Modified change in nosotros, vosotros forms. Okay, so and you see, guys, if I were to just say this in Spanish, you could follow the color coding. Okay, you could follow the color coding and understand there's something different because you can see from here to here, it's not the same. So I'll color code it just so you see it. And that might throw everything off, but you see that? Now, if everybody understands and sees that the stem change modifies in the nosotros and vosotros forms, put NV, like N/V, yes. N/V, yes. Okay, there you go, Sanson, Marilyn, Ana, Daniela. Okay, I got to remember you're dead inside. Okay. Okay, Ricardo, Molly, gracias. It's okay. You can say it to everybody, Molly. It's all right. You're not saying anything, and you're just confirming. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just trying to make sure. All right. So it's telling you the modified forms, okay, are only the ones that change, the E to IE changes to I, then the O to UE changes to U, and that's here. Okay, that's it. Let me bump that a bit so that way it'll look kind of uniform. All right, so that's something that I don't think I've seen in another Spanish book. So the book gets that right here, and I'm glad. I don't have to fill in that hole. Okay, we are just about at 3 o'clock. Now, does anybody have any questions over what we've covered? Any of the work? I'm asking one last time. And any of this that we just covered on 344. All right, so fuego, nos vemos. Okay, guys. Isaet, gracias. Okay, so it's son las tres. So you're free to go unless you need some other help. Gracias, Marilyn. Gracias, Isaet. Gracias, Ana. Okay, appreciate you coming. I'll convert this, and anybody that did not show up, I am expecting to see the video, and I'll know if they did or not. Nobody else wants to say bye? That's all right if you don't. Go ahead, you can leave. So, nos vemos, everybody. Adios, Sanson. Appreciate all your hard work. Nos vemos, Ricardo. I like that how I set you up. Good catch. All right, remember, Friday, I'll send you a remind. Take care. Nos vemos. Okay. Dona Dago. Yeah, you probably have to pronounce it for me. I'll try to find the Cherokee thing online. They probably have it and see if it'll pronounce it for me. Okay. Nos vemos, Daniela. Appreciate you being here.